So I think I touched on this before. I have an ability to smell people and their essence, their aura, what's going on in their body and stuff, right? So every person has a smell based on however you run your household. And people think that smell comes from just like your clothing detergent and stuff, but really and truly it comes from like if you leave your house closed up, if your kitchen is open and you fry stuff without the vents and the windows open, if you don't dry your clothes all the way in the dryer, if you don't use fabric softener, if you don't use spray, if you use too much spray, there's various different things like that, incense, things like that, all play a contributing factor to your smell, right? So I can smell mental health issues. I can smell what's going on in your body. If you're sick, I can smell it. Depending on what type of sickness you have, I can smell it. I can't probably readily identify it like soon as I meet you, like, oh yeah, you got cancer stage 3, but like I know when something ain't right, right? And with because of that, I can smell when like if I leave a home or a space and then I come back to it, I can smell if other people's been there, especially if they're not supposed to have been there. And I was having this occurrence all the time in my previous place that I live. I would walk out and come back in and I would smell people who wasn't supposed to be there, or people who, if there's been no one in my house, why am I smelling somebody in my house? I can smell like sometimes people will have dogs. The dog dander is on you. I smell that. I'm allergic to dogs, so I'm very sensitive to that. And animals of all kinds, like, so various different things that help me know when somebody's been in my space. So unfortunately, you can't file a police report because you smell somebody in your home. You have to know that somebody's in your home. You have to know that somebody's been there or taken something or whatever the case may be. So, which is why I was never able to really do anything with that information. But also, uh, so Spirit is wanting me to talk about these dolls that these people have against me. Apparently, these dolls are starting to take a turn for the worse. I'd never heard of this before yesterday, but Spirit led me to have to research. There's an anomaly that happens when you use a person's hair for a doll, specifically their hair or their blood. When you use something from their physical body, not just like clothes and stuff like that, the doll actually starts doing things on its own, like aging or regressing or molding and weird shit like that. Somebody got that type of situation going on and it freaked them out. Again, blood coming from the eyes. I mentioned that a couple weeks ago. And I thought it was about a person, but it's actually possibly about one of these dolls. And also something about the eyes turning white. I don't know, child. The doll is just looking crazy. It ain't looking the way it looked the last time they synced it, and it's scaring them.